Okay, question 19 was as follows. In the diagram below, the bearing of A from B is 255 degrees. Okay, so you need to take time and study the diagram. This is the diagram below, as you can see. So you take note of the points being mentioned, north, B, A, and where the 255 degrees is, or where is 255 degrees is. Okay, now let's go to the question. The question is down here, which is find the bearing of B from A. Find the bearing of B from A. So what we need to do is, before we do anything, we need to identify the bearing in question. Okay, so where is the bearing in question? So what we're going to do is, we're going to go to the point A, draw the north line. Once we have done that, then we draw the arc. Okay, then we identify the bearing, which is, we're going to give it a name of X. Okay, so that is bearing X, which is in question, and that's the question we want. Now we want to find that bearing. Now when you look at this diagram, you need to identify where there is a weakness, where there is a room for you to find another angle. So when you look at this diagram, the entire diagram, you see that the only angle you are able to find right now is the angle B. Okay, that's the angle you are able to find, angle B, the one I've circled in yellow there. That's the angle you can find right now, according to the diagram which is there. So what you are going to do, you're going to find a property that you can use to find the angle B. And the property we can use is angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. Okay, angle at a point add up to 360 degrees. Okay, that means when you combine angle B and the bearing 255 degrees should give you a sum of 360 degrees. So that's what we're going to use. So we're going to say 255 degrees plus B is equal to 360 degrees. Now we're going to put like terms together. So what we're going to do is, we're going to write B is equal to 360 degrees, then 255 degrees will cross the equal sign and will become a negative. Will become negative 255 degrees. So we're going to say minus 255 degrees. Then I'm going to write B. Then we're going to find the difference of 360 and 255 degrees, which will give us 105 degrees. So that is the value of angle B. So I can replace that angle by 105 degrees. Now we have found the angle which is adjacent to the bearing, which is A from B. Now let's try to see if we can find the bearing X, okay, which is B from A. Okay, now when we look at this now, we have known now that we have got two angles which are given, and then we can use 105 degrees to find angle X. So to use that, we're going to use a property which is co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. In case you are wondering why we are using that property which is co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees, you should know that the blue line here is the north line, okay? And they are parallel to each other as they are going to the same direction and they will never meet, okay? So these are north lines that are going upwards, so they are not going to meet. They are parallel to each other, okay? Since they are parallel to each other, meaning the line AB becomes a transversal. A line AB becomes a transversal line. That means now angle X and 105 degrees becomes adjacent, co-interior angles, becomes co-interior angles, and they should add up to 180 degrees. Okay? So what we're going to do now, we're going to come up with an expression which is X plus 105 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Then next we're going to put like terms together. That means we're going to make x a subject of the formula. So we're going to have x is equal to 180 minus 105 degrees. Now we're going to write x, then we are going to find the difference of 180 degrees and 105 degrees, which is going to be 75 degrees. So the bearing of B from A is equal to 75 degrees. Therefore, I'm going to put where there is x, I'm going to put 75 degrees. That is the bearing. So the answer examiners expected from you cadence was 75 degrees. Okay, so let's go to question number 20.